That's it. Please settle down. We are just going to start our event.
I Shan Helwar.
And I, Kushali Garg, on the behalf of our club, ECEL of Delhi School of Management, DTU, here welcome you all to our first ever organized flagship event of ECEL, EDOCS 2023. Leadership, finance, growth, and innovation. With this tagline, to justify our tagline, we would like to call our esteemed guest speaker. But before that, we would like to request our faculty members, respected faculty members, and head of department, Dr. Archana Singh ma'am, to please come forward on the stage and greet the guests, welcome them one by one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for our first speaker in the lineup, Colonel Rajeev Bharwan. Coming up next, we have Mr. Vivek Kapoor, co-founder of Dineout. So Vivek sir will be joining us in a few moments. Then we have Ms. Swati Jain, Vice President Analytics, EXL India.
So now, please put your hands together for co-founder of Dineout, Mr. Vivek Kapoor sir. And to welcome them, I would like to call our respected faculty member, DTU sir, to welcome them with a great sapling. And also, we would like to request Rajan sir to join for the sapling. Thank you everyone. Please settle down. Now I would like to invite faculty coordinator of ECEL DSM and assistant professor Mr. Mohit Berivar to open the event with his remarks.
So I welcome everyone who has been here on the podium and the respected faculty and all the students present. Especially like to thank ECEL for doing this event and support we get from HOD ma'am. So for that, I would like to thank you. Uh, so this event, I was thinking, what should I speak at the opening remark? There are so many students. So I was reading Gita and one slok came in before me, which gave me little bit inspiration to write few lines. The slok was Mamu Vyakta Punarjanma Dukhalya Ashashvatam. The God is representing this world as Dukhalya Ashashvatam, means that it's full of miseries and temporary, which means that sometimes we, as a student, God is motivating Arjuna. Sometimes we, as a student, also get demotivated. So we need some motivation. So as a faculty, how can we motivate them? We don't get these opportunity in the class. We are talking about finance and marketing, but how to share some learning, how to motivate student, teach them about little bit of life. So I wrote these few lines. So these are in a sense we sometimes we feel अगर हमारी प्लेसमेंट नहीं होती है तो अब सब कुछ खत्म हो गया, right? हमारे मार्क्स नहीं आते हैं तो सब कुछ खत्म हो गया. तो in that sense when we feel like everything is finished, I wrote few lines. So these are few lines like तुम मान लो मैं मिट्टी में मिलकर राख हो गया, तुम मान लो मिट्टी में मिलकर राख हो गया हूँ, मिटकर मैं खाक हो गया हूँ. तुम मान लो मैं मिटकर राख हो गया हूँ, मिट्टी में मिलकर खाक हो गया हूँ, पर दिल में एक विश्वास अभी बाकी, पर दिल में एक विश्वास अभी बाकी है, उड़कर मंजिल पाले जो वो जहाज अभी बाकी है. हार जाए हजारों बार, हार जाए हजारों बार, पर हार नहीं मानेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे लाखों बार, हथियार नहीं डालेंगे. संघर्ष के इस सफर में आसमान अभी बाकी है, उड़कर मंजिल पाले जो एक जहाज अभी बाकी है. With this time, I open the event and would like to invite HOD ma'am to say a few words to welcome the guests.
Thank you, Mohit, for wonderful opening statement. And I think in today's era, we need that. So with this, I heartily welcome one and all present here, especially the dignitaries on the dais. We have four good people, great people, very successful people in their area who have taken out time from their busy schedule to motivate our students, and I can see our faculty also. So we all are here to listen to you, sir and ma'am, and to gain some insight so that we can be an inspirational mentor for the life of the students. So very warm welcome, a very hearty welcome to all of you present here. And let me tell you why this ESEL event is being organized. When the ESEL organizers came to me that, ma'am, we want to have some talk, a series of talk, wherein we will be inviting few people from the different areas, I was like skeptical. Will students listen to those people? But while I was having some chit chat outside the auditorium with these people, I am pretty sure that you would like these sessions and you would have a great learning experience till the lunchtime. So we are not taking much of your time, only half day of yours, and that too only 3 hours. Right, team? So only 3 hours dedicated motivational talk will be given by these people, and they are assuring you that it will be a two-way communication, not one way. So all of you are welcome to participate in the talk that they are going to give. Entrepreneurship, as we know, has become a major thing that is changing the landscape of India, and our Prime Minister is always focused on this, and he's spreading this entrepreneurship and innovation like anything inside India, around India, outside India, everywhere. So DTU, following the legacy, our competent authority also started with the incubation center, wherein we give some startup fund, we give some input to the startups. And keeping with that legacy, Delhi School of Management also thought of motivating the startups, the entrepreneurs of today's era. So that is why we have organized this talk. Let me welcome one by one, a very brief welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais. So the first one is Colonel Rajeev Bharwan. And I was going through his profile and I found him, he has written lots of motivational thoughts on the social media. And I was really inspired by his effort. First, he served the country, and now he's serving the young generation of India. So, right, sir, a very warm welcome to you, sir. And hope our MBA students, our DTU students will also learn some motivational, some thing from you. Second in the line is Vivek Kapoor, the co-founder of Dineout. All of us must have experienced this Dineout experience, right? And I was just going through his profile and found one line which was very motivating. He says, "I am a restless soul by nature, always looking for new opportunities to explore." And that is what, sir, we would like to teach to our MBA students, that they should be exploring new opportunities forever, not restricting themselves to the placement opportunities that is being offered by the university. Third in line is Swati Jain, ma'am, Vice President, Analytics, EXL India. I found about her that she's the most influential AI leaders in India. All kinds of ranks have been given to her. She's in 20th, she's somewhere in 11th. And I was very proud that a female doing wonders in the area of artificial intelligence. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am, to the talk series. And last but not the least, I would like to welcome Sanyukta Sinha, ma'am, Director Area Transformation, Microsoft India. So she is also a very motivational speaker, and I was going through her speech on YouTube and found one line which was very inspiring. She says, she has coined, I think, the term digital Darwinism. You know who is Darwin? So she asked the audience, who is Darwin? Survival of the fittest theory वाले डार्विन है. तो उन्होंने कहा, if you don't adapt to digital transformation that India is going through, it is very difficult to survive. So give a good round of applause, a big round of applause to all these four speakers who are going to be motivational one today till 1 p.m. and you will have enough time to interact with them, learn from their experiences. So hearty welcome to all the participants. And once again, DSM DTU, on behalf of the competent authorities, our Vice Chancellor, our Registrar, our all the Deans, I welcome you all to this forum to share the experiences with our young minds. Thank you. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest of honors, and Head of Department DSM, Dr. Archana Singh, with our respective faculty members, has been gracious enough to join us this morning. With our keynote speakers, Colonel Rajeev Bharwan, Mr. Vivek Kapoor, Ms. Swati Jain, Ms. Sanyukta Sinha. So please put your round of applause for them, and we would like to invite them for the lamp lighting ceremony.
बफर करेगा.
Thank you everyone. Please be comfortable.
At eDocs, we want to inspire students to reach greatness while also educating them about their path to success. When students interact with successful entrepreneurs, military leaders, industry experts, and alumni, they learn the secrets of their struggle. And by taking notes of their journey, it also prepares them for the struggle that they may have faced in the path to success. eTalks intends to break the monotony and update students' interest about the career opportunities and career paths in new domains. So now, here's the time we all have been waiting for, commencing the event with a riddle. So the riddle is, who sees further than others see and who sees before others see? Anyone? I'll repeat the riddle for you guys. Who sees farther than others see and who sees before others see? Any guesses? No, I'll answer this for you guys. So it is a leader. A leader is the one who sees more than others see. With that, we would like to call our first keynote speaker, an officer with sound professional attitude, pride in personal performance, having a reputation of moving even dead stones. He has a strategic, strong personality and a blunt decision making. An accomplished, seasoned, professionally trained, and result-oriented Indian Army colonel with 21 years of progressive higher leadership management skills while commanding the Allied Airbone Regiment. Now we would like to call none other than Colonel Rajeev Bharwan sir.
Jain everyone. Jain. Give me a little harder feeling. I can't give any voice. Jain. I'm not getting it. Jain. Thank you very much. At the outset, before I introduce myself and I continue with my talk, I would like to convey my gratitude and my thanks to each one of you who's actually sitting here and taken out time to listen to us. It really means a lot. Thank you very much. On the second note, I would also like to mention and convey my thanks to the elderly people, the staff, the mentors who are sitting here. This is the first time I have been to a number of places, couple of places, and this is the first time where I am actually seeing the mentors who have taken out time and who are standing with the students. Really speaks volume about the institution. Thank you very much, sir and ma'am. And special thanks to my mom family, love you guys. They come from very far up here, all my students sitting here and there. Means a lot. Take it to another class for you guys. Jain to everyone, I am Colonel Rajeev. आप में से कई लोग मुझे जानते होंगे और कुछ लोग मुझे नहीं जानते होंगे. I am meeting for the first time. I am very happy. I came here with a purpose because whenever people are involved, I feel I connect to people, and that is the reason I am standing here to speak to you. I want presently about 30 odd minutes with me. How I am planning intend to connect with you is, first half I'll keep with me, I'll be narrating a small story to you based on certain experiences what I have done, I've seen in my life. The second part, it will be two-way traffic, where I expect a positive response from you, and I expect from you that you should ask me maximum questions. Don't restrict yourself, it is open domain, anything. Personal, professional, any kind of thing. You want to ask me, please ask, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, before we start, I'll give you just a glimpse of what I was doing a couple of months back. Can I request to play the second slide? Next. It's wrong. Sorry, it's wrong. You have one thing to it. Blanket is About 2 decades back, I was of your age bracket when I was in college, and thereafter I joined Dineout. 99, I got commissioned. I joined the Gurkha regiment, and thereafter, after 15 years, I commanded a special forces regiment. And about 2 years back, I hung my boots, and now I'm in the second domain, doing my second innings with young boys and girls, just like you. Today, the topic, what team has been given, it is leadership, finances, growth, and innovation. These were the 4 topics, but I thought why not touch upon all 4 of them. So I came in with something in my mind. My question to you is, what do you see on the viewpoint? Anyone? Last moment of life, what a positivity. Who is this? Okay, you are close to this. What else exactly you see? Raw.
A dead
A
mouse.
dead mouse, good. Exactly, a dead mouse. Now, the event has been organized by the team. The volunteers, they are from MBA department. You'll be landing into the business. So, do you see a business and a dead mouse? Or can you think of doing some business with this?
A coffin.
Oh wow, I need to learn from you guys. So, who was the first one who said yes? Rat traps. No, you'll not go very far into the business, Then, okay, what else?
Coffin with coffin.
Coffin. Okay, now you're thinking big, coffins, more money. But for being a soldier, then I need to sacrifice for your coffin sales. Okay, anything else? Okay, good. Graces are working. What else? Keep coming. Yeah, there is a business opportunity in front of you. You will lose it. I'm telling you. Anything else?
Creating a company who organizes the last ritual.
Last rituals. Okay, fine. Because this is sure guaranteed business. One day or another, everyone has to die. Huh? The business will never fail, and if Corona comes again, then you will become rich. Okay, anything else? Okay, there's a purpose. I've shown you this slide. To be very honest, I have not prepared my NS slides because I always believe in being absolutely raw, whether it is operations or it is talk or anything. So these couple of slides which I'm showing you have been prepared 15 minutes before I landed up here. About when I was in class 3rd or 5th, that was the time when I heard and read a story which came to my mind today, and that is the reason I'm showing this to you. Next slide, please. I will tell you a small story in just next couple of minutes. It's a story of a dead rat. Listen attentively because it is going to give you some idea, A good idea can lead you to anything. Imagination, no idea. The story goes like this. एक छोटा सा गांव था. उस गांव के अंदर there was some, natural calamity. Lot of people died. He lost his both the parents. बच्चा छोटा था. So one day he was roaming here and there. He found a dead rat. तो वो उस चूहे के साथ में अपना खेल रहा था. And he was in the market area when एक साथ में एक बग्गी आई. There was some sage saukar. You understand? Okay. He came and he had a cat with him. So she was trying to pounce upon the dead rat. And उसके लिए वो खिलौना था. He refused to give. Then he offered him some money. Okay, I will give you 1 rupee if you give me this dead rat. Boy was what? Just like you guys. He said, dead rat also have a value, 1 rupee. So it was a question of survival for the young boy, small boy. And he said, okay, I don't mind. So he did the trade. He got 1 rupee and he passed on the dead rat to the saukar. Then first thought was, I'm hungry, I don't have parents, what to do next? If I use this money today, then what about tomorrow? He said, no, I can't spend this money like this. I need to save certain bit of it. I need to think what I can do for tomorrow to have a better and a secure future. So what he did, वो मंदिर के पास में बैठा था, उसने बोला the best bet is कि I go for प्रसाद. प्रसाद is the cheapest. तो उसने प्रसाद वहां पे लिया and he noticed कि वहां पे कुछ लोग जो है फूल वगैरह बेच रहे हैं. So then he got an idea. Then he went outside, कुछ पत्ते तोड़ करके लेके आया, using कांटों का इस्तेमाल करके एक छोटे से उसने उसके दोने बनाए. And उसके बाद में एक अगरबत्ती का पैकेट लिया, थोड़ा प्रसाद लिया, थोड़े प्रसाद से उसने अपनी भूख मिटाई और बाकी जो उसके पास प्रसाद बचा था, he utilized it. जो छोटे छोटे उसने कप बनाए थे, उसके अंदर थोड़ा सा प्रसाद और पैकेट लूज करके हर एक के अंदर एक एक अगरबत्ती रखी. He thought I can sell it, and he was sitting at the stairs of the temple. ये कैसी जगह जहां पे लोग आते हैं, हमेशा सुबह आते हैं, शाम को आते हैं दर्शन करने के लिए. तो he sold one dona of that prasad for 1 rupee. By evening he realized he collected 10 rupees on day one. He was very happy and motivated. He could, if you plan well, you organize things, you can make way. So next day again he used 1 rupee, but he saved 9. Then he said, how far I can go? He continued for a couple of days, but he said, no, this is not going to take me far. I need to change my strategy. So what he did, आसपास के खेतों में जाता था, फूल तोड़ करके लेकर के आया, थोड़ा सुई धागा खरीदा और उसकी फिर उसने माला बनाई. तो there was an addition in his kitty. In addition to प्रसाद का दोना अगरबत्ती, I also am putting flowers. ठीक है, उससे उसको इजाफा हुआ. He started selling that for 10 rupees. Now he made 100 rupees in a day. He was very happy. He good. फिर उसने बोला कि मैं जिंदगी भर ये तो नहीं कर सकता कि मंदिर की सीढ़ी पे बैठा हुआ. I continue with this job. I need to progress. I deserve as much as anybody else. What else I can do? So he started working in the fields for the farmers. He said, "You give me some job." They said, "In return, what do you want?" He said, "I want a heap of grass, fresh grass." They said, "Done." So every day he used to go there, do the grass cutting, and then जब उसको देने की बारी आई, he refused. He said, "I'll ask you later at the right time, but not now." And whatever little savings he had, what he used to do, he had taken one bucket of one pot of water and gur and chana, and he used to sit in the way under a big tree. उसे मालूम था गांव से लोग खेतों तक जाते हैं, when they come back, they are tired. So he can offer them as a good gesture. He can offer them gur and chana and pani. लोगों की थकान मिटेगी. So he developed goodwill also in me. Meanwhile, then there was a time where ships in the olden days for trade they used to come via sea route. So he got to know his village was close to sea, and he got to know that traders are coming. And whenever traders used to come, they used to come with their horses. So he again saw an opportunity in that. He said the horses are coming, and definitely the first prime requirement after a long journey in the sea would be fresh grass. So that was the time he went to the villages. He said, "I've been working for you day, night, and now for a long time. Now I want my grass now. But there is one term and condition, and that is, for first 1 week, none of you is going to sell your grass in the market." They said, "Fine." So he collected all his balanced grass, and he was the only one in the market. He established monopoly. When they came, obviously it was a long route. They said, "We want fresh grass." He charged 20 times. जो एक होना चाहिए हीप का, उससे 20 गुना ज्यादा उसने दाम मांगे. They said, "No, we are not going to pay." They said, "Your wish." They tried everywhere, but it was a word of conduct. They said, "No, we are not going to sell for 1 week." So he was the only choice. He actually minted a hell lot of money. And then he said, "Now I'm in a good position. I must have a secretary." So he was grown up also meanwhile, but then he kept one boy who used to handle his finances, marketing, another kind of thing. And then ऐसे करके उसने अपना काम बढ़ाता गया, and there was a time progressively when he kept on changing his strategies and making use of every opportunity. Then finally he was the most known face in the industry. From an orphanage, from an orphan boy, he became one of the best industrialists in that area. To cut the story short, what I'm trying to tell you, nothing is waste. If you have a good idea, sky is also not the limit for you guys. Otherwise, after 3 years, after 4 years, whenever you complete it, I'm telling you based on some experience. I'll come to that in the second part. But until and unless you think that way, if you take every day as a mundane day, it will just be a degree what you'll be holding up to the top time. Sorry to say so, but this is harsh reality. When I hung my boots, I came outside, everybody told me, "You must go for IMF and this thing." I said, "No, I'm not going to work in the corporate, I'm not going to work for anyone." People said, "Why not?" But why? I don't require any degrees. If I have done my job with Shiddat, operation, training, administration, welfare, finances, more than 2 decades, if I have given the best years of my life to this organization, I don't think I require any formal education, any degree. The same rule is applicable to you. So it is not the degree that is going to matter, but what you are going to live on day-to-day basis while you are here. That is going to pay you. Okay? Next. Now, in this small story, there are certain key takeaways. I'll touch upon that. Next, please. One, the first point is the leadership, the point you touched upon. I have a firm belief, being a man from the uniform fraternity, leadership is something which is lived through actions and not through rank and position. I've seen many of them in uniform also, in civil domain also. One might say, I'm holding this appointment. There is no point being a CEO or a commanding officer or any journal or any appointment. It is of no value. Leadership, you might be holding a rank, but if you really want to earn that respect in the organization, wherever you are, the first and the foremost thing is through actions. You need to prove that point that you are a leader, and there is only one way to prove, and that is through your action. There is no other way. Second thing, finances. हिंदी में कहावत है, पैसे से पैसा बनता है. What a little story I just narrated to you. 10 रुपए से उसने कार्रवाई शुरू की थी, फिर 100 रुपए पे आया, फिर उसके बाद 20 गुना दाम पे उसने घास बेची. And he established monopoly in the market. So
Am I audible in the last? Yes. Thank you.
Birthday government. I'm sorry, prompting you. हिंदी में कहावत है, ये बड़े बुजुर्गों से मैंने सुनी है, पैसे से पैसा बनता है ना. अगर आपके 10 रुपए हैं, 100 रुपए हैं, you know mathematics. I was very poor in mathematics. ठीक है, but finances का इतना मुझे जरूर समझ में आया. You go to Shastras, you go to the old documents. It tells you very clearly. आपके पास जितने भी पैसे होते हैं, whether tomorrow you are going to have a startup, few of you will be working in the corporate, you will be giving some shot to their ideas to bring to reality. But पैसे से पैसा बनता है. आप जो भी चीज शुरू करेंगे आने वाले टाइम पे, you need to plan it now. ठीक है, you need to plan it black and white and you need to take it to the last T. Yes, this is my planning. कितने पैसे लगेंगे, what is the source of income, कहां से आएगा, कहां पे जाएगा, कितने में बचाऊंगा. जब आप इस तरह से कार्रवाई करेंगे, that is going to have a compounding domino effect. This is very important. Story में I have given an example. Somebody started from 10 rupees and from where he had gone where. Third thing is innovation. अब एक बड़े हुए जुए से बिजनेस कर सकता है एक आदमी, तो then I don't think you need to look back today. In the world of technology, you know better than me anytime. I am technically paralyzed, not even handicapped. I'm so bad. But you guys know so well. You have got the best of the luxuries when it comes to technology. But the idea is you don't know where to put your finger. So my suggestion to you is you should utilize your finger very wisely. You should know where I should put my finger, what information you want and how you want to utilize and translate that information so that you can gain maximum out of that. Be more innovative. And everybody says, sir, startup करूँगा. Okay, good. What startup? सबने सोचा नहीं है. एक फैंसी नाम सोचते हैं क्योंकि फैंसी नाम है, पर उसके आगे क्या? Everybody does not have a very successful startup. So you need to be very, very innovative. That becomes your USP. I'll give you my own example. What I'm doing right now. Growth. Definition अपनी सबकी अपनी अलग अलग है, but success and growth की मेरी जो definition है, that I would like to share with you. Success comes in all shapes and sizes, but I personally feel if you are good at something and if you are not able to pass on to someone, then you are not successful. For example, if somebody has made 6 packs and he says I'm physically damn fit, if he cannot train and motivate 4 more people and make fit like him, then he is a failure. He is not a success. Same way, if you know something and you can pass on the same qualities, the skill capabilities to your team, then you are going to grow. Okay? Growth का मतलब यही है कि आप बड़े जरूर बने लेकिन बड़प्पन के साथ बढ़े. That is one. Second thing is, I've seen many people in civil domain in the last 2 years. They say they claim I've earned a lot of money, but when I look at their team, starting from the guy who's starting at the gate, I don't see much changes, any growth. My definition of growth is very simple. If you grow, your team should grow along with you. Few of you are going to register this idea. Few you will say boss. Choice is yours. But I still stand with this thing. Growth का मतलब ये है कि जब आप करते हैं तो आपके साथ में team grow होनी चाहिए. When the team grows, definitely the organization is going to touch the sky. Go back to the previous slide, please. At the last, I've written Soldier Anupad. Now, this is my brainchild. This is my project. What I'm doing, Soldier Anupad. Anupad means raw. जैसे आप हैं, without any मिलावट, no addition, no deletion. Soldier is what I feel about myself. Rank is irrelevant, but I consider myself soldier first. So this is a project which I started. I touch upon all these 4 things. Against advices of my parents, my better half, and all my friends. कि ऐसा नहीं होता, वहां जाके तुम सोचो मैं ये करूंगा वो करूंगा, I will do it. And I started that way. I said मेरे को टीम की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं कर दूंगा अकेला, एज वेल एज माय टीम, टीम अपने हमारी, लोग अपने आप ढूंढ निकाल करके हायरिंग पे लेकर के आना। आई डोंट कॉल सच पीपल टीम कि आपने 10,000 में 50,000 के पैकेज में 4 लोग लेकर के आए, somebody is going to handle sales, marketing and things like that. That doesn't ease your job. Why not I learn myself first, and जो मेरे साथ जुड़ते जाएंगे rather than only hiring पे guy, but वो खुश होकर के मन से कि सर this is something which I want to do and I want to do it with you. That is going to make a great team. I started single-handed. One. I am doing my training in an area where you see nothing. There is only one bus which comes at 7 in the morning. There is no medical facility. The closest facility is 3.5-hour drive minimum. God forbid something happens, then I am at my home. And I still started from there because I wanted, I feel home. I'm sitting in a jungle, but the luxury is, there is a river flowing next to my bed. And there are mountains which I take 10 steps left and right and I can touch the mountains. Lush green, absolutely in the lap of Mother Nature. My witnesses who are sitting here. You had a ball of a time there?
Yes,
I can't hear you.
yes, sir.
Oh. Now that is the place, and people said, यहाँ पे कौन आएगा? मैं कौन नहीं आएगा? Till date, I had not done. The last point, and we have written. I said, मैं marketing नहीं करना चाहता. I don't feel good about it. And you put posters everywhere. I don't believe in posters. I believe in people. They said, then how people will contact you? It is up to them. If they want to connect to me, they will find me and they will reach it. Anyone who finds me and reaches there, I am very confident that I can polish that product. I'll definitely make something out of it. Now I started with that thing. It has been 6 months only. Now today, my students I have from US, from Canada, from Germany, from Netherlands. You name a place, and people are coming from there. They said, "How do we trace you, sir? You find me. If you find something, it belongs to you." एक छोटा सा 4x4 का जो आपका नोटबुक होती है उतना सा भी कहीं पे पोस्टर नहीं है. Vehicles are not coming. People don't wait. They get down on the road, they pick their stuff, they keep there, and they reach my location running, even in the night. Now that is the craze. It has given me a lot of confidence. Now I realize that now whether even finances है, बाकी चीज है, but I'm not going to put a board. Now that has become kind of innovative. It is unique. People will come there and they say, "Sir, who all are there in your team?" My team is sitting here. One team goes, the second team comes. I'm doing something, they make something, I just write up something. Anything and everything, I do it with my team. No team. And people come to see there. And the best of the brands there come there. कि सर ये कैसे है, आपकी marketing कौन करता है? मैंने कहा मैं marketing नहीं करता हूँ. I don't sell people. I don't sell emotions. I focus on my work. It requires guts. I'm telling you. I'm not telling that I am funding her, but what I'm trying to tell you is innovative का मतलब ये नहीं है. You just keep some fancy name. You go post it on the social media. अगर आपको इतना हल्ला मचाने की जरूरत कर रही है, then it's not a good product. You're not selling your product in good manner. Even if you sell in the long run, you are not going to sustain yourself. अभी 6 महीने में मेरा इतना गजब का कॉन्फिडेंस आया है. I feel I don't require any branding. I don't require any publicity. I don't require any poster. The best branding is the people. If you come there, if I am able to connect to you, I touch your heart. You don't think something valuable. You do the best branding. This is how it happens, and it has got a domino effect. One guy goes happy. If you want to check the products, they are sitting there. Everyone is a story in itself. They are sitting there. You ask them what happened, what were they 21 days back, and how they feel after 21 days back. And we are still connected. That association is not only for the 21 days. It is a lifelong relationship. Now this kind of branding is there. Why do you want to waste your money and time and efforts to do piddly things which everyone else is doing? Growth. As I said, when you grow, your team should grow. I see my growth in these people. If I say if they have lost weight, I'm happy. If their confidence has gone up, I'm happy. Somebody who is shaken up, he could not speak in front of 10 people in the classroom. Today you go to an airport, railway station, dhaba, Lal Killa, Jantar Mantar. If you see some boy, young boy and girl giving a lecture there, I can guarantee you, he is my boy, he is my girl. I see my growth there. And I tell them, that if you will attain that kind of confidence, I expect at least anyone known to you and close to you in your family should not come back to me. Because you've been trained well, you please pass it on. That is my definition of growth. Finances. Now again, finances effect. Finances management के technical terms होती हैं, probably you know better than me. What is my definition is, money is of no use if not spent well and if not shared, especially with the people who need it. So there are a lot of people who come in every batch. I try and sponsor a couple of people who are underprivileged and they are actually in need. But then again, I don't share. This is the first time I'm sharing with someone. That is purely for my own happiness. This batch also somebody said, sir, I thought you would put later in my pocket, but you will put the money in my pocket. But you use it with. Some girl who comes from a very humble background, planning to prepare at the national level in the sports field. And great going. What an amazing girl. So that is my definition. I feel you, karma is revolving round and round. You do good, it comes back to you. What goes around, comes around. Next, please. Time for the reality check. You all are preparing for some aim. Most of you are MBA students, maybe from some other faculty also. Can I request someone who can just share his or her idea what you aspire to do in days to come? Anyone? That means you're not planning to do anything good. I'm happy you're sitting in the front. What's your good name? Vishal.
Vishal,
I request you to face them and please say loud and clear what is your plan, how you want to achieve it.
most time then, yeah.
So my name is Vishal Yadav and I want to become an army officer like him after 2.5 years.
Anyone who want to start his own startup? Yes, good. You want to have a startup? Okay. Can I request you to come on the stage, please? What's your good name? Dwarkadhish, oh, my better stand in South India. Dwarkadhish aa rahe hain. Come. Good. What a royal name you have here. Good. I never knew Dwarkadhish is still alive. Good. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot for that. So I already have registered my own startup, which is Solar Burst Private Limited. My aim is to change the renewable sector, which is solar specifically in India, and BOP base of pyramid, people who are earning less than a lakh of rupees in a year, they can afford a clean energy in India. So that's my goal.
See, what I'm trying to bring home is, or whatever number we are sitting here in Auditorium, there is one guy who is confident, his name suits his persona, he says, I'm Dwarkadhish. Good. He has got something, and now while he is here, he has already done the registration. He is running ahead of the time. This is how you should work. Because the next question is, if you have some idea what you have done about it. But there is only one guy who is confident who will say, yes, I have done it. And he is already on the right path. I'm sure you will do well, you will do one thing which is good in demand. Okay, and it is something that is giving back to the society. Hats off to you, man. Good. So see, this is a reality check. There is only one who is confident. How many of us are confident? And if you are confident, we have some idea when we are going to execute it. You know, life is passing by each day. The clock is ticking, tick. So either it is now or it is never. पहले degree आएगी, फिर उसका ceremony होगी, then I'll sit with the friends and I'm going to make the plan and then execute. No, it doesn't happen that way. You know, ऐसा नहीं होता. My signal tells me if you're going for an operation, you know, every damn time.
It cannot happen. I'm audible? Yes, sir. Okay. So whatever you want to do, this is the time. So it is a request and appeal to you, you know. There's no point, I come here, I speak something to you, I'm telling with a lot of heart, you know. It is not that, you know, I'm here for any kind of views or anything. That is irrelevant to me. What you think about my speech, what I told to you. But what matters to me, honestly, is you. It's गुजारिश
To you कि आप अपने लिए अच्छा करें, ठीक है? सिर्फ सोचने से काम नहीं होगा. Next slide, please. Take it as a wake-up call from my side. I just wanted to shake you up. Because see, you have a lot of potential. आप लोगों में बहुत कुछ आप लोगों को मालूम है, आप अच्छा कर सकते हैं. But then कब करेंगे? You need to be very structured. I have a lot of observation in the last 24 hours. When I came in the campus, I've seen people. जो आप लोग बैठे हैं जगह जगह बात कर रहे हैं all that. You should have a very good life, you know. मजे भी कीजिए, बाकी भी चीज कीजिए, but जिस काम के लिए यहाँ पे हैं, you can't forget, you know. That should be your bread and butter. Your parents are putting hard earned money on you. Your time and efforts of your mentors is at stake. Everything. And the only epicenter of everything is you. So please work hard. Degree and experience. If you don't plan now and don't execute in terms of timelines set by you in a practical manner, you will be just holding only a degree. Don't mind my saying so, but I need to be harsh. ठीक है? हो सकता है मेरी बात आप में से किसी लोगों को बुरी लगे, कुछ लोगों को लगेगी, उसका सॉल्यूशन मेरे पास में है. What will you think about me once I'm gone? Say it to you. ठीक है? Now, that's on the lighter side, but that's for your good. So you decide for yourself. Experience तब आता है आदमी के पास में when you work on the ground. You put your hands, your mind, everything on ground. Otherwise, just appearing for the exam and holding a degree is of no value. I've gone through your stage, so it's a wake-up call for you. Next, please. Now that is part one. Now there is part two, which is going to be more interesting only if you participate. So I request you, if you have any questions, any queries, please shoot. And if you don't shoot, next please. The clock is ticking. This guy is sharpshooter, I'm telling you. Please tell me. Yeah, what's your name?
So Abhinav.
Abhinav, your question please.
So I am currently a first year BTech student and a defense aspirant. I have currently given 7 SSBs, out of which 3 are conference out and 2 are seen out. So all the attempts are gone, and now I will be reappearing for the SSB after my 4th year. So what should I do to keep motivated? Because I have tried everything, gone through every lecture of yours, every other mentor on YouTube. I have done everything. I don't know what to do now.
You still want to join army?
Yes, sir.
TA is one option. You can join, anyone can join till 42 years of age. That is one option. And see, too much of information, cluttered information is not good. Referring to too many sources on the open domain, it always kills your original personality, your thought process, everything. So be original. आप जैसे हैं अच्छे हैं, मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ. It is only अपना काम करने का तरीका ठीक करना है. You want to know further about the SSB? We'll talk about it. But in the largest interest, please ask any question you want to ask. Related to life experience or anything you want to ask, I'm more than open. Yes, please. Good.
How do you cope up with the personal losses being as the defense force?
I accept it. I accept personal losses, whether it is financial, personal losses, anything. The worst loss can be loss of life. I've seen a loss where the guy who had just served a cup of hot tea to me, and by night, I was sleeping with that dead body in a washroom kind of small facility of 7 by 7. 7 days sleeping with that dead body, You can imagine how does it feel. But then I accepted it had happened. But yes, what I was more worried about the family, If the family that बात नहीं पहुंचा पा रहे हैं, पहुंचाने के बाद में who's there to take care of that? Hardship always teaches you thing. It makes you stronger. And it is not ऐसा कोई है कि जिसकी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो. But at the same time, I always say प्रॉब्लम उतनी ही बड़ी है जितनी आपके दिमाग में है. It is as big or as small. कई लोग हैं बहुत छोटी सी चीज पर बहुत रोते हैं. जो रोते हैं उनके लिए फिर यही है, रोने के लिए तो पूरी जिंदगी भी आपको कम पड़ेगी. Faster is the fastest you accept it and move ahead, and it is better for you. So accept it, accept gracefully whatever has happened. In ODI, I remember in the morning 5 o'clock when we used to go for the PT, first thing we used to do is muster. In muster parade, we used to say, "Oh God, please grant us the strength to change the things we can, and also grant us the strength to accept the things we cannot." Okay? Yeah. I saw some hand coming in. Yes. Jain.
4 years in Dehradun, BSc IMA, and I saw at that time I was only 18, 19, and I saw some cadets that were my age only, and they, as a part of their training, they used to travel from the FRI to my college that was near the Airbone, and they were only my age, and while we were enjoying our time there, they did that every week almost, and with a smile on their face. So what kept them motivating, and how should, as a civilian, I should do something to inculcate that discipline in my life?
Okay. So you have two questions. One is, when you are in pain, how do you enjoy this? Again, first part of this only you accept it, You accept it, you will enjoy it. Otherwise, one will cry. But whenever, जो रगड़ा होता है, जो बाहर सिविल में बोलते हैं कि भाई रगड़ दिया, punishment नहीं करते. There is nothing called as punishment in army. We used to take it as an orientation, कि आपको orient करने के लिए. This is life is hard, Pain is very subjective for a guy like me, who has got a lot of injuries and all that. Very, very subjective approach. जब ग्रुप में आप लोग काम करते हैं ना, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ए फैमिली में सबसे ज्यादा बाहर की जद्दोजहद जो है फादर करता है। जॉब की कई सारी परेशानी होगी, हो सकता है बॉस ने भी डांटा हो, बट व्हेनेवर यू कम होम, you leave that bag outside and you come as a happy man. At least you pretend to be a happy, strong man. This is how fathers they live their life. They don't pass it on to others. ठीक है? They pretend strong. अकेडमी में जब भी आपने जो देखा है जिन लोगों को वजन लेके जाते थे ऑन दैट, उसमें दो तीन चीजें हैं। वन इज कम्पेरेटरी, जब 50 लोग 100 लोग एक साथ में करते हैं तो यू एक्चुअली एंजॉय करते हैं, फिर आपको दर्द महसूस नहीं होता। आप अकेले करते हैं तो आपको महसूस होता है। दैट इज वन। सेकंड थिंग इज अपना लीडरशिप, वन ऑफ द एस्पेक्ट्स। The officers, the JCOs and the Jawans who trains you, they are absolutely damn fit. When it comes to physicals, when it comes to public speaking, we look up to them as role model. Wow, what a personality! क्या बोलता है, physically कितना fit है. So when you look at them, you don't feel. If they can do it, why not me? I also used to tell them, man, जो चीज मैं कर सकता हूँ वो मैं तुम्हारी गलत पकड़ के करवा दूंगा, ठीक है? I will not accept any excuses. Second thing is, which I cannot do, I will never expect, never demand out of you. So one has to live up to that thing. When you see your seniors doing it, you never mind that thing, you know. Third thing, yeah, it is a volunteer organization. You know this is something which you wanted to do. So if you're passionate about something, you never complain about it. Now the second part is how you can do it. How you can do it, yeah, इसका बहुत simple सा मंत्र है, but it is very difficult. Most of the people they succumb to it, and that is follow a good routine. You know. Yesterday I wrote in one of my posts that willpower also comes at a will call. And sometimes when willpower is also on the low note, then it is the self-discipline that comes into play. 24 घंटे आपके पास में भी हैं, मेरे पास में भी हैं, to every boy and girl who is sitting inside this hall. 24 घंटे का आप इस्तेमाल कैसे करते हैं, मैं कैसे करता हूं, that makes a difference. एक कैंडिडेट है जो सुबह 8 बजे उठता है, दूसरा 5 बजे उठता है, तीसरा 4 बजे उठता है, एक शायद भाई साहब 10 बजे उठते हैं। तो जैसा रूटीन है वैसा ही वो प्रोडक्ट निकलेगा। बाय प्रोडक्ट विल बी द सेम। If you really want to inculcate those feelings, you ask any one of them. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, if you want to be an officer or anything in life, you know, just try to live that life. अगर आपके दिमाग में इमेज है कि officer is like this, I always say, uniform is irrelevant. No one can claim to be an officer by just putting on uniform. है ना? Your soldier is always by the heart. आपका हेयर कट वैसा होना चाहिए, आपके कपड़े पहनने का तरीका वैसा होना चाहिए, your conduct with theories, with others should be exemplary. You should be in the habit of reading. You should learn new skills. You carry yourself, and I can guarantee you walk 10 steps, and a lot of people they will tell you, "Are you officer in the army?" So it is up to you. You just follow a good routine and follow good habits. That is the whole mantra. Okay? Yes.
Sir, first of all, I would like to say that we are all safe only because of you guys.
Kind of.
Secondly, I would like to ask your personal experience. I think you are the right person. Like, I would like to ask you, what kind of mindset do you have in the last moments when you are in the almost war zone or dead zone? Like, what kind of decisions you like to take, or how to deal with that end moments?
Okay, his question is, when you are so very close to death and you know it is your last call, how do you handle such situations?
Yes, sir.
I can give you two personal examples. The last question for me. It is very simple here, you know, as I have been telling, accepted. I had seen very closely, you know, दो चीजें होती हैं। पहला ये दिमाग में the flashback goes very fast in front of your eyes. 30 seconds you see entire life. That reel goes very fast, faster than 2x speed, you know. That is one. And all you wish at that time is one phone call at home. You just want to tell them I love you so much, which normally you don't do, but I do every day to my parents, to my students. Love you guys. We do it every day as a ritual to our parents, to our loved ones. We don't for the next day. That is one. I learned my lesson with. That is one thing. And second thing, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि when I know there are other people, then I am not a priority. The people who are with me, that is my family, then that is the priority. This is how I am dealt with it. There are 10 guys gone in operation. I knew that today it is little tough. So I said, man, probably this is one of those days everyone is not coming back. But I will ensure that all 10 will come back. I think the only person who is not going to come back is me. I just said this much. And those guys, at some level that day, they ensured that boss is coming back. I came back. Once again, thank you very much. It has really been very nice. I don't know whether I have been able to meet your expectations, But really felt very nice. Once again, sir, thank very much to all the mentors, to the entire team, and to all the listeners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. There is no harm to say that your talk was a shot in the arm and that we all need it. Thank you for sharing your experience and insight. Indeed, value added.
Moving on, here comes the quest for inspirational thinking or a creative epiphany is something that many people do not fully understand. It is a sudden burst of creative insight or what has been termed as eureka moment by those who study creativity. For the large majority of people, creativity has been seen a random event or a spontaneous brilliance. With that notion, I would like to take the opportunity to call the man who is behind the idea of great luxury experience of dining to get into the Indian dinners. Please put your hands together for co-founder of Dineout, Mr. Vivek Kapoor.
Good afternoon, guys. Uh, Firstly, it's great to be here, and I'm not just saying that because generally it's the good thing to say. But it was one of my dream colleges to be, admitted here. But मेरे से हुआ नहीं. So probably you guys are something special that you guys could come here, clear your exams and study here. अब मैं घर जाके मैं जरूर अपनी मॉम को बोलूँगा कि मैं यहाँ पे होके गया. Growing up, I was in the modern school, Vasant Vihar, Delhi. Then I went to, I was in the Merchant Navy for about 10 years, and then we started Diner. How many of you know about Diner? How many of you are users of Diner? That's really encouraging, and that's a pat on my back. So we'll come to Diner a little later. I would want to know that who else wants to start up? Who else? How many of you want to sort of start something of their own? You have ideas to do that. You also want to start something of your own. Who else? I see so many people these days when I go to colleges who want to sort of start something of their own. What do you think is the most important part of entrepreneurship? I mean, what is it that is absolutely necessary to start up?
Having the courage to start.
Sorry?
Having the courage to start.
Courage. Courage, okay.
Being bold.
Being bold, okay.
Clarity.
Clarity. Execution. Persistence. Consistency, okay. Hustling, okay.
Initiative.
Initiative, okay. Great.
Most important is the leader.
Well, all of these are important parts. But they are not the most important things that you need. The most important thing for a startup is a team. If you don't have a team, if you can't build a team, if you don't have the knack to build good teams, I don't think so you'll be able to win. Second most important thing is, I'll come and I'll elaborate more on teams a little later. Second most important part is idea. If you don't have a good idea, it's all over right there. So execution, hustling, being bold, courage, everything is part of the journey. And you develop these skills if you want to achieve something, if you want to build a product. But what's most important is that to have a team in place. And second is to have a good idea. And by idea, I don't mean what you think is a good idea. Idea is scalable. Idea is a need in the market. Idea is a problem that you're solving. If you're not ticking all these boxes, then obviously somewhere down the line you're going wrong. So to elaborate on the team, my co-founding team, we are 4 people. We started together. We know each other since nursery. So it's been an association for almost about 35 years since we've been together, and that's how we started. Every their own stints. I was in the machinery, like I said, for 10 years. I don't have formal education in terms of engineering degree or an MBA. I don't have that. I think I learned on the job. Um, Not saying that it's not required or anything. Everything has its own learning. It's the path you choose. But that's how we started. And how the genesis of the idea. I'll just go around how we started. Right. We four used to come back from our hall. I mean, one was in US, one was in UK. I was here. We in the merchant navy. Whenever we used to come back, we used to always think, कुछ करेंगे साथ में, कुछ करना है, but we never knew कि क्या करना है. We always used to, sort of thing. And because we were on holidays, the common part was कि चलो, रात को we should go for a party or we should go out. And as youngsters, we didn't know because we were all from outside Delhi. That where should we go? So there was always used to be one common friend. We used to call up. We used to ask, what are the busing places in Delhi? Where should we go? But that was the genesis of the problem. There was a clear need of a directory of maybe a yellow pages of restaurants which was missing at that point in time. And when I used to travel, when I used to say if you go to US, you go to UK, there were similar apps which were working out there, like Book My Table, Open Table, etc. And nothing like that existed in India. So that's how we started Dineout. And Dineout started purely as a table reservation service for restaurants. Now, back in 2012, table reservation was a concept which was not thought about, which was not conceptualized, which was not the safe path to go for because there wasn't a market. We used to go to the restaurants and we used to say that we will, we reserve tables for you. And the restaurant manager used to say, कि अगर हम खाली हैं, अगर रेस्टोरेंट खाली है, तो रिजर्वेशन की जरूरत क्या है? और अगर रेस्टोरेंट भरा है, अगर रेस्टोरेंट बिजी है, तो रिजर्वेशन की फिर भी जरूरत क्या है? Right? So we didn't know how to create the need of our product in the market. But that's how Uber, Ola, and every product starts. You need to understand what will be a behavioral pattern of users in the future. Great entrepreneurs are the ones who can predict futures, let me tell you, who have the vision to understand how users behave on your product. You pick any product, 10 years down the line, 10 years back in the day, it wasn't even a concept. So that's how we started. If I get into the nitty-gritties of the business, then the session will be too long. But what the words that you guys used, courage, bold, hustling, execution, etc., were all part of the journey post starting. Every day, we had one problem or the other. Sometimes the internet broke. Sometimes we fought within each other. Sometimes our team, sort of went missing on us. They just left without any notice, etc. We used to take calls. We were the first calling agents for Dineout. And mind you, I still have a folder on my phone which says diners, which is like a directory of all the diners we used to call directly on our phone to book and reserve tables. And I don't know, for some reason, sometimes a few of them still call asking, "आप अभी भी Dineout के साथ हो, मुझे यहाँ पे table चाहिए." So it's funny, but that's how we started. And as you progressed, right, you would understand that when you start your startup, you scramble for funding, you scramble for money, you scramble for making your expenses work. 2 years we didn't draw salary. For first 2 years we didn't draw salary, but we were ensuring that our team was getting salary on first of every month. The most important thing, what was encouraging, was our customers were very happy with the kind of service that we were giving. So if you intend to start something, the product that you make or the product that you build, your users will tell you how successful or unsuccessful you are. So then, even though we were not making money, even though we were scrabbling for funds, but the encouraging part was our users. They were always very sticky. Second, thing that comes on the execution part, somebody said execution. You don't know what you're getting into. The vision with which you start a particular idea, as you progress, things change. So we started. In 2012 we went live with the website with a book a table button there, with a book a table button, and we thought that once we have 500,000 restaurants on board, we will start getting reservations. People would log onto the website, click the book a table, and then we would get reservations. But that didn't happen. We were waiting and no reservation came to us. So we thought, why is no reservation coming to us? We started, telling our friends only to whenever they are going out, they should book through us, friends and family. So one of them said, okay, I'm going to XY place. Can you book a table for 5 people at 9 o'clock? And I said, why don't you log onto the website and just press the book a table? And he said, no, I'm calling you, right? I'm calling you, just book a table for me. So that was the first lesson, that people wanted to call. People wanted to call us, and to make it more convenient for them, we had to open a phone line. We had to open a phone line for them. And had we been stringent, had we been very, very, the fact that we will not open a phone line, we would not have gotten our first user. We would not have gotten the first part of users with us. Obviously, today, the scenario has changed. We've switched off all incoming phone calls. You can't call Dineout. It's only on the app that you can reserve tables. You can pay through the app. But that was the trend at that time, and that's how we started. So the lesson that comes out of it is that you need to listen to your customers, what they want. If you're making a product and you're building a product, if you don't listen to your customers, and if you're hell bent on what you want to make or how you want to build the product, that's spelling your own too. Coming to team, I think I don't give myself a lot of credit, and we don't give ourselves a lot of credit for a lot of things. But I think the only credit that we give to ourselves is building a great team. And how do you build a great team is when you put others ahead of you. And by putting others ahead of you does not mean in terms of work, in terms of everything, but in terms of payouts, in terms of benefits. You have to be the the father of the family, the father of the family, or the father of the company, where you reap the benefits the last, where you take the profits the last. You ensure that your team members grow, not just financially, but even in terms of their career paths. They grow first before you. Once they have the feeling that you care about them, they'll start giving you your loyalty, their loyalty. And that's the most important thing when you build teams, because you can't do it alone. You can't achieve anything alone. And in terms of building teams, you also must know what you're good at and what you're not good at. Because if you think that you're good at everything, then again, that's a downfall right there waiting to happen. And what you're not good at, you ensure that people who are good at take limelight, take the center stage ahead of you, even if you're the founder. That's how selfless you have to be when you're running a team. That's how you have to be, and that's how you have to, the team sort of sticks together. So we're a team of almost about 650 people today. We got acquired by Swiggy almost a year back, and we have about 30,000 restaurants working with us. We do close to almost about 120 crores of transactions through Dineout app on a monthly basis. But we started with 100 restaurants, with 50 bookings, with 4 people team. Any questions? I'll be more than happy to take.
Yes, sir. Sometimes while starting a startup, we don't have the technical knowledge to do it, but the fire inside us to make changes. So how to deal with it? How to overcome it?
None of the co-founding team, none of the team members with which we started Dineout were from technical background. If you want to do something, you'll find a way. There is I can be philosophical here. I can give you a lot of sermons that you get going, you start, you have the morale. I can boost all of you, but that's all good to know jargon. But when you come down to pen and paper, when you start something, you will find a way, and that's how. If you don't find a way, then you'll not be able to start. So you will figure out a way. You'll speak to 5 people. You'll meet 10 people. Then you'll build a team, and then the person who knows has the technical knowledge will join you or will not join you. Then you will go to another person who will be ready to join you. Maybe you will make mistakes on your way, which are catastrophic. But then again, you learn, and then you'll again stand up and do it again.
Okay, Spencer, but this brings another thing. When you share an idea with someone with the technical knowledge, you sometimes get attacked by the fear of getting your ideas stolen.
You think people don't have ideas, scalable ideas? When Uber came, Ola came after that. There was nothing unique in the idea, but they built a business out of it. Dineout, for example, Dineout. The idea of reserving tables have existed with the restaurant when the restaurant industry started, but it started only in 2012 with us, right? So idea is as good as the people who are executing it. I always say ideas die in a dozen. If you don't have the courage to execute it, your idea is worthless.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Can you be a little louder?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, I would love to hear about your perspective on 4 points about the startup journey. First, is how much time it takes you from an ideation to becoming an operational business.
So first point is how much time does it take from ideation to becoming a business? Second.
And for an indie person like me, a youngster who are coming in a startup, how much time we should take if we are not being operational? So I have an idea from last 1 year and I'm still working on that. So how much time I should keep being attached to it? Because
Okay.
sometimes it happens.
How much time should he take before he goes live with his idea? Third.
Third is
Yeah, एक करके करते मैं भूल जाऊँगा. Right. So first is what again मैं भूल ही गया. What was the first?
How much time you take from ideation?
From idea to ideation to going live, there's no set timeline. You have to decide it for yourself. No one is going to come and rescue you and give you your answers. Till the time you don't go live with your product, that means you don't have the courage to go live with the product. That means your users will not come to you. And the day you go live with your product, your users will poke holes in your product. You'll find 10 mistakes. You'll rectify those 10 mistakes. Then again, you'll go live. That's the only way to go live. There's no easy way and there's no shortcut to it.
Earlier you talked about teams. In early stages when you started your own members, there were a lot of times when some kind of a business which you have an idea about the company and some kind of understanding does not occur within the team because you all are in the same way.
To be a little quicker because everyone's waiting, yeah.
So leadership problem does occur. How you have resolved that in early stage?
I don't know how to answer that. How do you solve a leadership problem in your early stage? Either you are a leader or you're not a leader, or you become one as you grow, as you make things work. There is no shortcut to that, right? You have to. Till the time you don't go live, you don't know what you're capable of. So,
But there are some situations occurs within the team.
but you're talking very hypothetical. There has to be a proper pinpointed question at me, right? Something occurs. How will I know? There's so much conjecture on that, right?
For example, right now, which product idea which I'm working on.
What idea is it?
So it's on renewable solar product.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm targeting, providing on the tier 2 or tier 3 city on the solar product.
Solar products you're providing. What kind of products?
Installation.
Installations of what? Solar cells. Okay.
So how people like earning 10,000 or below that they can afford those.
Okay, great.
But the problem is कि conflict does occur within the team. कि नहीं ये चीज ऐसे करना है ये चीज ऐसे करना है.
तुम दोनों चीज करके देखो क्या चीज सक्सेसफुल होती है. The other person will understand himself. That's the cost of experimentation. That's the cost of experimentation. how can I tell you sitting right here ki which experiment will work and which experiment will not work? Right? Cool. Next question. Any other? So I think that's it. Thank you so much. It was great having coming here. Thanks.
So thank you so much, sir. You literally touch on all the aspects of team building, management, startups, and all that hardship. It never looked so captivating before. So thank you for that. So unfortunately, sir has to leave early because of his prior commitment. So we would like to request our HOD ma'am to give him token of appreciation as memento. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So here we come with our next keynote speaker. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. With that belief, our next speaker with 20 plus years rich experience in research, analytics and consulting, also worked in financial services, retail, healthcare, domains across marketing, risk and operations analytics. She led Excel's awards-winning submission for NASSCOM AI Game Changers Award 2021 in logistics category, recognized among top 11 women AI leaders in India in 2020 and 50 most influential AI leaders in India in 2021 by Analytics India magazine. We call none other than Ms. Swati Jain, Vice President, Analytics, EXL India.
Thank you, everyone. You all can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's a pleasure to be here today. Amidst the youth of India, the future of India. So, absolutely a pleasure. I was told that the theme of the summit of the e-talks is leadership, growth, innovation, and finance. And I was asked to talk a little bit more on finance. I'm by no means a finance expert, but then I thought that okay, I do analytics all the time, and I also do it in financial companies. So I'll talk about it. But hearing the first two speakers, I felt that let me also talk about the other topics, the leadership, growth, innovation, and then get on to analytics and finance that I plan to talk. So before I begin, I would just like to, I often dwell on the topic that what is the code of success, because we talk about codes all the time in analytics. What is the code of success? So I thought that I can begin by asking the group here about their thoughts on the code of success. That what are the variables in the code of success? Any thoughts?
Failure.
Great. Okay. Failure is one. Yeah. What else? Perseverance. Absolutely.
Clarity.
Clarity. Great. Consistency. Great.
Vision.
Vision. Vision is very, very important because discipline. Yes. What else?
Persistence.
Persistence, it has been said. What? Anything else? Did anybody say hard work?
Yes. No.
Oh, okay. Was it said? Okay, I thought that's important, but nobody spoke it. So today's youth thinks hard work is important. Yes. Okay. So hard work. I think what has come is hard work, persistence, clarity, vision, failure. Any other things? Yeah, yeah, do speak. Speak up.
Smart work.
Smart work. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I'm just trying
Having a
to.
background, knowledge.
Yes, background knowledge, contextual knowledge. Yeah, that is also important. There are other very critical factors also which are missing. So therefore, I'm just mentioning because it is very important at this stage of your life to understand what all goes. So yes, let me just summarize so far. Yes, number one, when we think about success, okay, I want to be successful in life. Do you have a vision? Okay, what does success mean to you? So vision and clarity of vision that was spoken. I think somebody here spoke about clarity. So that's a given. That's very important. So that's one part of it. Second, people spoke about hard work, persistence. So that is another part of it. Now, what else is persistence, patience, determination, dedication? I think that has been spoken. So, those are two aspects. The third was also spoken was failure. So, that's also very important uh, because failure teaches you on the journey that what not to do, and then you become better and more focused towards what you do. So, that's also important. Any other factors?
Self-upgradation, upskilling.
That's a great point spoken. Yeah. So I would put it this way: definitely, you have to upgrade and you have to learn from the experience. But I would also say that one more important factor associated with this is self-introspection. Many times we just look at outside what is happening and try to chase success basis the external factors, but we have to introspect. And that introspection actually makes us successful because it makes us realize that what we are good at and what we can do best and what will help us achieve the maximum returns out of whatever we are doing. So, introspection, self upgradation, self awareness, I think the self part is extremely important. And all the other parts that we spoke are more like some of the activities that we do. What else? I'll just look at the time so that I'm not extending too much. Yeah. Okay. I think I've already taken 5-7 minutes. Yeah. What else? We are just on one question, single question, but I want that at least I put that there. और कुछ नहीं है कोड में बस ये सब कर ली तो हो गया doesn't have हाँ स्ट्रगल हाँ वो फेलियर में कह सकते हो कि we learn हाँ विजन विजुअलाइजेशन बिल्कुल सीजीपीए बिल्कुल तो सीजीपीए लाने के लिए भी सब कुछ करना पड़ता है नहीं बिल्कुल तो आई थिंक ये सब इन पॉइंट्स पे कवर हो गए हैं सो ये सोचो कि डज एवरीवन मतलब लोग सभी हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं कॉलेज में एवरीबडी वर्क्स हार्ड बट फ्यू बिकम वेरी सक्सेसफुल राइट एक एक हार्ड वर्क तो चलता है बट विजन इज इम्पोर्टेंट जिसकी हमने बात की फ्यू पीपल हैव अ लॉन्ग लास्टिंग विजन कि ये करना ही करना है सो दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट व्हाट एल्स एटीट्यूड एब्सोल्युटली एटीट्यूड इज देयर आई जस्ट क्विकली mention few other areas anything else from anyone right direction yeah mentorship is very important yeah mentorship and guidance if you get it just I would promote that all of you should just note down these points and continue to refer कि ये सारी चीजें होनी चाहिए so if you want to pursue anything somebody was passionate about a startup just see that you get the right mentors on board what else Are we missing anything? So I would just put in a few other things. I work in a company. I have been working for 20 years. I would also say that for success, like I have seen that for success in corporates, for success in relationships also, loyalty is also a very very important factor. We sometimes don't even pay attention. That okay, my relationship is not successful. I'm doing so much, but I'm not getting the right returns. I think loyalty is another factor that we should be loyal. So I'm now moving towards the softer aspect of success, which has not been spoken, which is ethics, loyalty, humility, gratitude. I would just say that these also play a significant role in a person's success in the long run. So I would just want to leave that thought that in the long run, if you want to have sustainable success for the long run, these are important things. So now I'll begin with this. So with the actual topic on talking about analytics and finance. So have you heard about EXL, the company that I'm in? Has anyone heard? Okay, great. So we provide analytics and operations management services to companies, and I'll just talk about a little about analytics. Okay, so let me just talk first. Okay, what are the goals of the companies? I just want to keep it a little interactive. Key goals of any organization. Okay, revenue, profits. What else? Social welfare for companies that have most of the corporates have profit maximization, but yeah, for some companies, social welfare. What else?
More customers.
Yeah. So just to make it a little quick, yeah, mostly it is revenue generation, maximizing revenue, maximizing profits, minimizing cost, maximizing efficiencies, speed, customer experience, employee engagement. These are the major goals, and that is what analytics helps in doing to help with the goals of the organization using a lot of data. And that data can be external data, internal data, structured, unstructured. Quick examples of external data. Any examples of external data? Sorry? Okay. Publicly available social media data or stock price data is well. Internal data is the data available in internal systems of the organization, finance, HR, etc. And then the solution analytics, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, cognitive. Nowadays, audience are very informed about analytics. Do you understand these 5 terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Maybe some of you, but I'll just say quickly. Descriptive answers the question what is in the data. Diagnostic, why something is happening. That helps understand through the data. Predictive, what will happen basis reading of the data. That is found out. Prescriptive, that what should be happening, how do we ascertain that it happens. And cognitive is more like human intelligence that not only it predicts but also it learns from the ever generating data. And some of the analytics use cases generally are either like for the marketing functions of the organization, finance functions, or operations. They can be broadly clubbed into these. Now here, this shows certain examples. We talked about the data. It shows examples of data, and most of this is also pertaining to financial services industry, like the demographic, credit history, spend data, business from a business data perspective. There's customer service data, workforce productivity data, then there's social media, government, bureau data, and then there is data from videos, texts, images, etc. Now, here See, where does the organization begin? Organization begins from its source systems. Source systems, the data comes in, it is integrated. Now there's an emerging field of data engineering, like the whole data. Earlier, what used to happen is, okay, a data has been taken, okay, some ad hoc analysis is done, reports are created. Now companies are more and more focusing on ensuring that that whole data infrastructure is very much in place, and therefore a new field has emerged. In a very, very significant way, which is of data engineering skill set, where the folks are knowing right from data ingestion to architecture to data assessment, master data management, data quality, data governance, all of these aspects come in. The data marts are created, and then basis that the dashboards and downstream analysis is done. Now, here is some of the tools, the different domains where the analytics can be applied, and then the skills. Now the skills I really want to focus with this group on the key skills that are required even for an analytics professional or a finance professional. I would just say that whether you aspire to be in any industry, you have to have these skills, which are, because today data is everywhere. Data has to be used in every industry, and therefore it is important to understand that not only as an analytics professional, but in any industry, you should focus on imbibing some of these skills, which is critical thinking, logical thinking, decision making. All of these skills become especially important if you are dealing with data. Then there are business skills. One thing which I will really emphasize is on domain knowledge. That do ensure that whichever domain you plan to be in, that you are gathering specific knowledge in the domain. So tell me, how many of you aspire to be in analytics, if at all? Okay. And in finance? Okay, almost an equal count for both. So anyways, even if it is marketing or HR or I also saw some RBS students or etc. But whatever it is, you have to understand your area. You have to understand, and then some of the areas that I'm highlighting are communication, storytelling. Those skills are also very critical. And then definitely from being a technical analytics professional, you will need programming, machine learning, mathematics and statistics. Here, I'm just demonstrating some of the analytics interventions across the customer life cycle. Now, in finance, there's marketing or operations area in any organization. And then, if we see the value chain of analytics that we talked about, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, cognitive, we have areas as much as just laying out the financial KPIs. It can be at an individual or a corporate level. Then predicting revenues for the organization, or maybe income of an individual, revenue forecasting, risk scorecards, etc. Then prescriptive and cognitive, we have like be it video analytics for security or fraud prevention or enhancing the collections, etc. So these are some of the use cases that companies are using analytics for in the finance domain. And in the marketing and operations domain, there are a lot of use cases, right from, say, homepage personalization to the return on the media spend or ROI in any of the investments that you've done, or call center analytics, etc. So here, all of those are listed. Now, I'll specifically move on to, I'll take 5 to 10 minutes talking about analytics in banking and finance. Now, in banking, there are a lot of departments within a bank. It may be consumer banking, it may be commercial banking, investment banking, mortgages, wealth management, etc. And so for all of those functions, again, if we talk about analytics, broadly divided into 3 areas: product marketing analytics, risk analytics, as well as operations analytics. And again, there is, so if you get into the field of analytics, or even if you don't get into the field but you are in any industry, you will tend to acquire customers, you will have to manage the existing customers, and you will have to ensure that you provide a digital experience to the customers. And these are some of the areas where analytics is used. And here I have more talked about the banking domain, but it can be applied to any domain. Then it is strategy, model development, regulatory, and there are various use cases that are listed here, which I'll just discuss in detail in the coming slide. So, any questions so far? Yeah.
So, ma'am, I have done my bachelor's in analytics BBA, and I wish to pursue my specialization in MBA also in analytics. But as per the current trend which I have seen, companies are preferring those students who have their bachelor's in engineering and MBA in analytics over those who have done bachelor's in analytics as well. So, what would you say is the scope for analytics job of someone who's not from the engineering background?
Well, I think see, that is, if you get in an interview, and if you are able to impress the interviewer in an interview, right, you will get the job. So don't be constrained in your mind by that. And it's not like that. See, we also go to campuses. We do hire engineers in maximum numbers, but we hire people from economics background, from management background, from stats background. I think from the different backgrounds. What becomes important is once you come for the interview, how you perform in the interview. So I would not say that okay, if you have a bachelor's in analytics, you are at a disadvantage in any way. No, it is not at all the case. Rather, you are at an advantage because we are now specially looking for colleges which have analytics specialization to reach out to those. This year again we did that exercise to specially reach out to those colleges when we want an analytics. So don't think about that. I think what you should think about is that wherever you are applying, will you be able to crack the interview in the best possible way? Okay. Okay, I'll just continue for now. These are some in the banking, and here are some certain examples. Say it is marketing optimization, email marketing optimization in the sales and marketing. That what is the optimum contact frequency for a customer if they are being contacted by email. So that is one of the case examples of where analytics is used. So here, from a risk perspective, it is the initial line assignment that how much credit should be given to a customer. From a operations perspective, it can be finding out propensity of a customer to be fraudulent. So these are some of the examples in the banking areas from analytics perspective, and many more are listed here. Then we come to finance functions within any organization. Any big retailer, media company, travel, transportation, logistics, healthcare, insurance company, you have finance departments everywhere. And what are the typical areas in finance? It is corporate finance, controllership, order to cash, procure to pay, areas, FP&A. These are tax, treasury. These are some of the teams within the finance function. And here are listed certain use cases where analytics has been applied in finance functions of the organization, whether it is to reduce the write-offs or reduce the balance dues, reduce the unearned cash discounts that certain customers are claiming, or the deductions that have been claimed, or just analyze the spend overall of an organization. So this is overall some of the use cases that how say if we see the reduction of write-offs, that how a predictive model was built to predict whether an invoice will be written off or not, and then accordingly the efforts were there, and the top reasons of write-off were identified, and collection teams used the model to chase those invoices which had high probability of write-offs. So this is one of the examples, and then there are all of these examples show how revenue have been impacted. There have been increased revenues or decreased costs for the organization by the application of analytics. Then this is fintech. In fintech again, now almost all of the fintechs are today using analytics in one way or the other. Again, it is in all their functions of risk, marketing, operations, and uh, this is what I talked about. The typical begins with data marks. So for one of our clients, we built like 30 to 40 data marks, ranging from areas of fraud, abuse, collections, insurance, travel, customer profitability, customer experience, customer lifetime value. So a lot of data marks which just talk about all specifics about that particular data that we are collecting, and then the dashboards which gives further insights into what is happening in those areas. And again, we've built like 40 to 50 dashboards for one particular fintech. And then there are various use cases, whether the customer will be reactivating themselves on that particular app or not, or the wallet load, will it be increased or will the customer be attriting in future. So these are some of the examples. And then there's a lot of predictive examples in terms of what offers should be given to the customers, what recommendations should be given to the customers. And these are some of the examples in the fintech. So now I have a couple of cases to discuss, but any other questions if there are, and I believe I'm just in time. So any questions? I'll just quickly take the cases. Now, this is for one of the customers, big financial services players, where they realized that though the corporates had issued their corporate card, but the spend was not coming on their corporate card, but was going on other cards. And they wanted to, so you can just imagine any of the cards being issued by the company and why customers are not spending on that card. So they went on to analyze that whether it is that customer is getting more benefits from the other card and therefore is spending from the other card, or is it that the merchant is not accepting the card, or is it that the customer doesn't have the card. So that was the analysis that we did, and it involved matching the credit data with the expense management data of the corporate to find out that where the leakage is happening, and then matching with the merchant database that okay, if that merchant wherever the leakage is happening, is that actually accepting the card or not. And with that, it led to a projected benefit of $300 million for the organization. So this is the power of analytics, that where simple analysis, very, very simple analysis can lead to magnitude of benefits for the organizations. And I will take just one more example before I close. This is the example of the finance for a company, and this is for a logistics company, where the company realized that they had to charge some extra revenue from the customers, which was a part of the contract, but they were just charging for their standard pickup and delivery services, but they were not charging for the extra charges that needed to be levied. And now, so what? So the in terms of the techniques that was levied was that on the delivery receipts there were certain handwritten notes. Those notes were identified, and those notes mentioned whether it was an extra accessorial that had to be charged or not. And then computer vision NLP techniques were used to identify if the extra accessorial charges need to be found out or not. And by using the predictive analytics, matching techniques, NLP, etc., those charges were identified and they were levied with the customer in its first invoice itself. So, which led to higher customer satisfaction. And the kind of data that was used was not only shipment data but also like driver used to deliver the goods, so driver delivery data, etc. Now, this led again to increased revenues, increased income for the company, and also customer satisfaction, because everything happened in first invoice and there was no second invoice that was coming to levy the charges again. So these are some of the examples which I thought I can share with you from a banking perspective as well as from the internal finance department of the company. So I would just end it here and just mention that I just took the finance to give a view of okay what analytics and finance is used, but two three things I would like to highlight. Number one, whatever if at all you are in analytics function, definitely ensure that you have focus on domain, that which industry you are working on. That is second, you should have focus on the outcomes, that what problem you are trying to solve, and the tools and techniques will become just means to do that. And that's all from my side. Any questions? So see, I will answer it in a way that, see, every domain today has a scope. If you see, there's so much of analytics going on in banking. It has been traditionally going on, right? Then came retail. Retail gave a lot of scope to individuals to try out newer techniques, newer technology, where there were restrictions in banking, right? Banking still it took a lot of time for banking to come on the cloud, whereas retail was always there. Then it came up in other domains. Today, manufacturing is also catching up in a big way in analytics. So I would just say that if you talk about analytics, all domains are there. I would put focus on what areas you are interested in, which domain you like naturally. You have to close your eyes and look within that, okay, I'll be more happy working on a finance in a bank or analytics or in a banking environment, financial services, or will I be liking to do what the Swiggies of the world and the retailers, Amazons are doing? So you have to think for yourself, and the scope is a lot everywhere. That is what I would say. Any other questions? Fine. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable experience. As you were so eloquently stated that these aspects of technology and its impacts that can change the dynamics, your energy was infectious and helped to create a positive atmosphere in the room.
So here we are with our fourth and the last speaker. Before that, I like to quote, the only way that we can live is if we grow. The only way that we can grow is if we change. Growth is the only change which is not false and makes the life happy. On this note, we would like to call our speaker with 20 years plus experience in IT across several prestigious companies like Intel India, IBM, Wipro, Silicon Graphics, Microsoft. She has a diverse working experience across sales, marketing, partner management, enterprise sales, and also get rewarded as highest recognition in Microsoft Circle of Excellence Platinum Award. Please put your hands together for our last speaker, Ms. Sanyukta from Microsoft.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I am between lunch and all of you. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm the last speaker. So I'm just going to ask you a question. If the answer is not correct, then I would not spend 35 minutes. If the answer is correct, then stay on for 35 minutes. I promise you it's going to be very entertaining. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to be to become successful in the corporate world in case you're planning to join the corporate world. So how many of you want to work in Microsoft? Okay, I expect more hands, but Well, I see about 70-80%. Great. So I'm going to tell you 3 or 4 very, very basic things. A, uh, how to be successful in the corporate world. B, product strategy. There were questions in between on how to think, how to do ideation, how to have problems, all of that. So I'm going to talk to you about product strategy. And third, I'm going to talk about is digital adoption. So unless you do a digital adoption, your startup or your corporate world adoption or your in general growth might not be as successful as you plan. Okay, so I'm going to start with a small video. This is just to shake you up in case you are, about to fall asleep or you are hungry or you are bored. So this video is just to entertain you, but do watch this video because it talks about how the world will look like in the coming years. So the world is changing very rapidly. The digital adoption, payment, fintech, analytics, so many things are changing. So take a look at the video and then we'll start with the session. Next slide, please. Okay, so by the time the video comes up, I'll give you 3 or 4 things that might be of interest to you. First of all, what happens when people come for placements? Is that a topic that is relevant to How was the video? How many of you think whatever was this video is a creative thing? Of course, there are some reality mixed with it. But how many of you feel that whatever was shown in the video is a near future? You think everything what was shown is possible, right? This is the digital adoption. The world is moving.